me about yourself first.
All right. So my name is Aviral Chawla. I come from New Delhi, India. I am currently a senior at St.John's College.
Why did you choose St. John's College?
So when I was looking for colleges, I was in my research phase. I did not have my heart set on any specific major. I was swinging between, should I do astrophysics to, should I do computer science? And I was just doing those subjects because I thought I should, not because I really wanted to. So when I found St. John's, it provided me with the best escape from the problem at that time, because it provided me with, introduction to virtually every academic field out there. And that was very interesting, right? However, the biggest intrigue for me was the discussion-based classrooms. I did not want to attend lectures. I hated attending lectures. I still hate attending lectures, right? So when I found out there's a college that will give me rigorous, excellent, all-rounded education, and I will never have to sit in a single lecture, and everything will be discussion-based, I was like, done. Okay, that's it. And I applied to like 2 colleges, St. John's and a backup college. And as soon as I got my acceptance at St. John's, I didn't even apply to anything else.
What do you think are advantages and disadvantages of attending St. John's?
Well, in terms of advantages, there are just so many advantages that I cannot possibly list them in a single interview. And I think another interesting thing about, and even ironic thing about St. John's is that it has a very set education, right? It doesn't change. Yeah. Despite that, everyone finds their own benefits and harms within that. So probably what I'll be saying now in terms of advantages is highly subjective, but I think it's really important to me. The biggest advantage for St. John's education is it is an education of a lifetime, right? You cannot buy that education. You cannot even quantify the value of that advantage out there. It is just simply an education of a lifetime that prepares you for everything. Second, it is highly rigorous. And that was a big thing for me because in India, we value rigor a lot. And where I was coming from, rigor was a huge part of my education. And United States have this mentality that US education is not as rigorous or difficult. And I was kind of skeptical. I was like, I'll go there. I'll probably become lazy. I'll be partying a lot. Never happened, right? So St. John's rigorous education was amazing. Disadvantages, there are many.
Just tell me.
Okay, let's get it over with. Well, the first one is it's a small community, which basically means that every morning you see the same face again and again, again and again. Because again, in a big city, nobody cares who you are, right? Now at St. John's, everyone knows everything about everyone.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Right. So, no anonymity, which is, it's kind of a downside for me. Second is that they do not have any additional course offerings, right? So let's just say you want to get into medicine. You have to fulfill those prerequisites outside of St. John's. St. John's does not have that avenue. So it's a huge disadvantage if you want to go into a hugely technical field, right? I mean, unless you're doing law. For law students, this is like a dream house.
Yeah.
But for medicine, for science, it poses a huge uphill battle. But that is not to say St. John's has not come up with ways to amend that, ranging from global pathways, general pathways, aerial internships that help you fulfill that prerequisites that you might need for your dream career. But again, I mean, that is what it is.
What is your favorite subject and why in St. John's?
So here's the thing, and this is like a very honest and blunt opinion, right? I do not have a favorite subject.
Oh.
It might seem that way because I am really proficient with science and math compared to other subjects. And I probably would have given you this answer that my lab class is my favorite or math class is my favorite if I was a freshman, right? Now, having done 3.5 years of so many subjects, I do not have a favorite subject, right? Because it kind of depends a lot on a tutor and the class you're in.
Right.
I can be strong in math, but have not a very strong class. And that'll be like, oh, so boring, right?
Yeah.
Or I can be in language. Like last year when I was in Miss Levy's language, she was such a strong influence on me. I learned so much French. The classmates I had at the time were excellent, even though I've never done languages before. Right? I could do good in them, and I really, really like that class. So I feel like it's more about the community than about the subject itself. So yeah, I don't have any favorite subject.
What is the most valuable lesson you have learned in St. John's?
In the last 3.5 years I've been at St. John's, I have changed a lot.
Oh.
Like I have other than the hairstyle and my beard, I to a lot of people I've become unrecognizable. Because I find it really amazing that an education can change someone so much. Especially because I was driven for a change like that. So the two important things I've learned are patience and humility. So when I started at St. John's, I had very little patience. Right? I wanted everything right now, and I wanted everything perfect. It was a very bad mentality, right? I could not cultivate my thinking to a long-term thinking, right? So when you start doing texts that range from like 300 BC to 1600 AD, you start developing that sense of patience in understanding the problems and in understanding what was special about that. And most importantly, in our dealing with people here, as I said, this is a small community. You cannot be rude to everyone. You have to demonstrate some level of patience, and that was important. And the second thing was humility. Again, this probably is not very different, but at the start, I thought I was some hot shot, that I was the best student out there, and I was so egotistical. I probably offended a lot of people back in the day, but then I realized that sitting in a classroom with other students and listening to opinions which are far smarter than mine, right? You tend to realize that you probably just a normal average Joe and not some hot shot, and which is important. I really appreciate the patience and humility I've received from my education, and it's a practice. Less than a lesson, it is more of a practice.
And then, so what is your plan after graduate?
I will probably be applying to masters at different colleges and also looking for jobs. So I'll be looking for jobs in UK, which I'm already doing right now, thanks to a strong set of alumni network. And basically in terms of masters, I'm looking at computational social science, which is basically data science plus economics or sociology in a field. It's an amazing master's. And in terms of career, I want to get into consulting, in management consulting. So I'm working towards that, and that's my plans. Those are my plans after graduation, to get into a good master's program or get a good job.
And this is the last question. So why do you study liberal arts?
Again, as I said before, the reasons vary for everyone, but I think one general answer that I can give is that I tend to see liberal arts kind of like an instrument of education, an instrument of success. Today you have a lot of disciplines that offer you success and happiness and whatnot, but there is none like liberal arts, which have been handed down to us by many generations, probably starting from Plato, even before Plato, right? So liberal arts is really valuable. There's no doubt in that, because a lot of people have been doing it for a very long time and they have found excellent success at it. But in any case, liberal arts education opens up your mind, right? Not in a very simple manner that, keep an open mind, but more in the sense that it changes the way you live your life. It's like you add new senses to your thinking. For example, I had never done music before I came to St. John's. And even though I didn't like music as much, my thing, but whenever I listen to new music now, I look at it in a completely different way than I did before.
Oh.
Now I can pick up on different like changes in chords that is happening. I can probably identify the type of notes that is being for, just like a lot of technical information I can apply to music now, and I can understand it better. Now, one advantage is obviously that I can go at parties and be a snob and be like, oh, G minor chord, such basic, right? But also I can enjoy music whole lot better than I did. I can appreciate it a whole lot better, and I can communicate with someone who is passionate about music, about what he or she does. Now, the same goes for science. Now you can appreciate a lot of scientific and mathematical things around you much more. So it just opens a new lifestyle for you. And I really, really enjoy that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.